Okay, hey guys, it's WillBits. Judging by the clock I am not wearing, the Money Daily Planet has started, and I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to just casually do some grinding. I might do some rushing. I'm not going to record all of it, but I'm kind of hanging out because I might be recording like a day worth of just kind of stuff and just see where I get after it goes. That's right, we're doing the daily grind. I don't know if that's actually going to be a reoccurring thing. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this. It's definitely not daily, but I am grinding today. I shouldn't have made a graphic for that. Maybe I'll do something again at some point. That's fine. Whatever. Alright, let's go over what the plan is. Right now, I'm kind of just wanting to run Richie Rich here, the big mission on the 60 path. My combat team that I left off from last week is 99 Lur. I've got a 72 Santa, and I've got 3 other 60 scientists. These guys are all pretty good in different ways. But I've been collecting over the last couple of days a whole bunch of badges. If we go in, we'll just look at Cahill here. I don't think she's going to be there. I have 8 scientist badges ready to go. 16 generic 4 stars ready to go. I've also got in the delivery boys, I've got another 8 4-star delivery boy badges ready to go. So my plan, my goal for the day is to get 1 scientist. I'm probably going to choose the lovely Amy, since I already have a non-story one up there. Gonna get her over 61, and I would like to get Amy and Robot Santa and one of my delivery boys up to 80, 81. That's the grinding goal, to make some of those paths easier and open up some of those other things, and that's going to require a crap ton of Nixonbucks. According to the very helpful Helpotron, going just from level 60 to level 81 costs almost 1.25, actually more than 1.25 million Nixonbucks. That's not even counting the career chips, which hopefully I've ground enough of, or this whole thing is going to come screeching to a halt. I haven't decided. I kind of want to bring HG Blob up, just because he is used in the recent map, although from looking at the stats, he only needs to be up to about like 35 or so at minimum. So I'm debating whether I want him to be my first level 80, like level 60 plus delivery boy, or whether I want to have Fry just for how often he's going to show up in the story. HG Blob is a little more interesting to go into fights with, so he might be more fun for PvP reasons. How's my Zoidberg doing? Since right now it is Saturday afternoon that I'm recording this, and I've gotten 1 half-eaten burger from leaving those guys going almost continuously.
I'll give you a nice caborker.
I'm gonna end up probably rushing him later in this video. But I've been trying. I got 6 old shoes.
So what happens to the hero?
I've got 3 apple cores, and I haven't been running this mission, so I still only have 2 fish bones. It would cost me right now 1,300 pizza still to rush him, because those half-eaten burgers are redonkulous. So yeah, I want to rush out to Zoidberg. I want to do more things in the actual district, but I want a bigger, badder fighting team as a higher priority, so I'm just gonna grind that for a little bit. We'll check in later and see how it's going. Yeah, that should be enough for just the first stage of the plan. Amy, step forward. For being like the 3rd character in the game and also having really good passives, I dub thee my 3rd 4-star character. Why doesn't that play music? Come on, just play the same level music. The Midriff Special! Now her basic attack is a 15% chance to charm enemies. That's basically even better than Cahill's. Who, by the way, Cahill has butcher bots things, which I think is silly. And we're also going to put at least one level right now into Amy. One, because I'm now paranoid forever about regressing a star, especially at 4 stars. And also because on the 60 path, being 61 means she now gets to also go first. The more characters you get at that level, the more useful they are at that. But the other main goal is going to be getting both her and Santabot not to 61, but to 81, so they can go first on the 80 path, because that's where things get interesting, and also because then they just hit harder and are cooler and all that sort of stuff. So, okay, first set of chips in place. Yes! All right, this has been quite a long, hey, and that's pretty good, 35K. The 60 path is nice if you can handle it, because you can get beaucoup cash vitement. All right, so my primary goal is complete. I've been grinding for a few hours now, mostly off camera, but I hop back on. I have gotten Robot Santa up to 81, and I have Amy up to 79. I'm gonna go ahead and push her the rest of the way to 81, which was goal number 1 for the daily grind. Bada boom! Okay, looking good, Amy. That's nice dance you get there. We got a good 90K left over because the next thing that we want to do, I do have a lot of chips, and it is unfortunately very hard to actually tell just exactly how many chips that I have, but I want to get HG Blob up right now. I think I've decided that I'm gonna leave Fry for now at a lower level, just because he doesn't have anything to do right now. And even though he may be busy with a lot of events, he's also probably gonna be busy grinding for a lot. So I like the idea of having a lesser used delivery boy. And also HG Blob has some stuff to do right now. I would also like to go ahead and level La Barbara at some point tonight. I'll need some more XP to get in there, but I think I do have some of her influencer chips lined up. But I want to progress in the actual district stuff, and I don't know if I have enough. Let's go ahead and promote you. Boom. New passive, can't pierce this blob. That makes it so that when his HP is below 50, he takes reduced damage from all sources. So, nice in a tough map. A little extra defense. I have a lot of peta chips, and I have not really... it's hard to count, and there's not even like a scroll bar or anything, so I don't really know how many I've got. We're gonna put him up to 31 at least. Actually, I think I need like 33 to do the map, the first map with him. Do I have enough money to do that? Yeah, I got plenty. Let's go 33. Welcome to the 30 plus club, HG Blob. You're joining a pretty good company. But I think also as my 4-star club, I like him because I've got kind of a theme going, where if I'm running a mission, I've got boss. I don't have him ready, but I was thinking of running Robot Devil as another one. And then HG Blob, just to really fully get everybody just to have like a bad guy team is a theme that I like. And even though technically, in my opinion, you could make all 4 of those villains, only one of them is actually a villain class. So they become a villainous team that's actually kind of balanced. So I think that's what, I like that thematically, especially since presumably there will be another big event at some point, and then you get a 5th member to join your band of people there. I'm gonna rush HG Blob out and see if I get a burger. And I don't. There comes a certain point where I want to get Zoidberg. I want to just have him, but these burgers cost 100 pizza each. That means if you are rushing them out, you have to pay for them
Sorry.
it's what, like 8 pizza to attempt a roll. So you could fail that 12. I guess 12 times is the most you can fail. If you fail that roll 11 times, the 12th one would still be a bargain compared to buying them outright. And that's crazy. And they are pretty rare because I haven't gotten very many of them yet. I got like another shoe or two while I was grinding, but not so much the burgers. Let's do send the HG blob off a few times. We'll see how long this takes. There's a burger. This is terrible. But it was less than 12, so... Oh. Wow, that was like... That was a lot. I got them. I got the burgers. That cost... I think I pulled about 100 times. That cost me less pizza than buying it outright, but not by enough. I think I saved about 60, maybe 100 pizza by rushing HG Blob rather than just buying Zoidberg outright. Alright, the Decapod apartments are not bad. That takes care of our apples. And the shoes have been pretty great, actually. I've almost got the shoes legit.
Step into my office.
Those aren't too bad. I'm just rushing them because I'm impatient. That was a pretty good bargain for most of those. I only need 8 fish bones, but I am not spending any more pizza on those. I'd rather spend pizza on the fuel at this point, since I'm gonna want to grind these maps anyway. Yes, he's the easiest one to go up. I don't have any captain chips, and I don't think I'm gonna need all of these. I mean, there's only one HG Blob path. I haven't really given myself that many new things to do, unfortunately. But I could spend some time with La Barba and get all the rest of those things. And finally get some Zoidberg action going on, because that's what we really want. That's what we're really here for.
Everyone's dead.
Dark. Fishbone. Only one fishbone. That sucks. That's such a slow process. Alright, just to get a little map variety, I want to level a barber. So I went and I got some more badges and some more money, so that we could promote her as well to rank 3. Welcome, La Barber, to the 3+ club, and you need to be 37. Oh, do I have enough for you? Oh, please. Hilariously, I have exactly enough. 300 bucks left over. Yowza. Gonna be grinding that some more.
There's your problem.
Alright, that process was pretty terrible. You definitely want to space those out and don't try to do them all at once, like I did, because that's not the way to do it. The good news is that the process of getting the other stuff, particularly those half-eaten burgers, at the rate I saw the drops, it's gonna take you about a week and a half, depending on your luck. And that's with really good timing. So if you are free to play grabbing Zoidberg, you are not going to have him in time for whatever the next event is, let alone the other items. That's okay. This is intended to take a while. That's fine. Zoidberg, talk to me, baby!
What have you done, Fry?
We saved you from spending eternity dumpster diving for fish heads?
Saved me? I was trying to break the record for most fish heads eaten out of the trash. But thanks to your interference, I only tied it. Hooray! You willingly unlocked me! Now Zoidberg gets to play!
Up! And the sticker book of fun gives us 100 pizza. That's probably a lot more exciting if you didn't spend 1,000 pizza to get him.
Hey everybody, look who's here! Zoidberg!
Welcome home, hero.
Yes, after a long hiatus, I'm back with friends with Maya and Feed Me, maybe? So what's new with you, Robot? Not much, but I recently contracted a horrible virus that causes me to look and act happy toward people I really want to kill.
Alright, that is the Zoidberg quests. You can do those at your leisure, and they do, I think part 2 involves building the new New York library, which is expensive, but not required for the main unlock, so you can ignore it for now.
We have no idea where to look for the final artifact. It could be anywhere.
May I suggest my home planet of Decapod 10, why not?
It's one of those rare cases where you have a plan and I don't, so I guess let's go with your plan.
And that's that.
It's settled then. While you search for the artifact, I'll search for a mate. Once the Decapodian ladies hear about my fish-head achievements, I'll be getting more Telson? I'll be getting more Telson than Sinatra.
I don't get that reference. Okay, complete the dried out mission. That's easy enough. Alright, you do have to bring Zoidberg, so I guess we need to put some levels in Zoidberg. I guess we could drag him along at level 1. Ugh. I can't leave a scientist at level 1. And it's Zoidberg, why not? Promote him to 2 stars. So while I've got him here, we might as well look at his stuff, right? When his health is below 50%, his basic attack returns 10% of damage dealt to the enemy back to him in his health. So he has a really cool lifesteal ability that is actually kind of great. But his 3-star ability, the Smell of Shamelessness, has a 25% chance to apply poison to all enemies and all allies for 1 turn. So he can actually poison everybody. Nobody likes to be around him while that's going on. And for that reason, he's kind of a mediocre choice if you had your heart set on having Zoidberg as a main character. He's not terrible, but he's a small liability. And if you're on the edge, that could flip from being a close call to you actually losing. And that's a problem in my mind, especially when there are now actually so many other good scientists to choose from. He's our 10th scientist if you're running on perfect attendance over here. So, considering you can have 5 in your party at most, he does not make the top 5. He has Ink, is his 4-star, below 70% health. His basic attack has a 15% chance to blind an enemy for 2 turns. That's okay, but again, other people have better passives with less of a drawback. A whole lot of characters have, like Amy has a charm with a similar chance that works for 3 turns and doesn't have the conditional. There's a lot that's kind of just like, he's just not quite where he needs to be for Zoidberg to be a character that I would use. Unless there's something that happens where where like poison becomes like extra effective in like a really specific environment, or if there's somebody who just makes your entire party always immune to poison, then it would be really interesting to have Zoidberg and the mutants with whoever that character is. But right now that functionality doesn't exist. We're out of money, so Zoidberg, you're staying at 24 for the moment. Sorry, pal.
Now, we run the map correctly.
You need 35 HG Blob, 39 La Barbara, or 41 Amazonian Amy to take any of these side paths. But we're not going to worry about that just yet. For now, we'd rather just blaze on through. I will eventually be leveling Zoidberg up, I know, to at least 3 stars, just because the side paths are going to require it. I believe starting the map after this one. Alright, we get 3 boxes, even in this mode. I got cash and chips. I don't know if there's anything that's supposed to drop from that map.
Good news, everyone! The final artifact that we spent months not looking for is somewhere on Decapod 10! You spent months not looking for something, and I didn't get to not be helpful? Aww. Unfortunately, your planet is experiencing a severe drought. Hooray! You know the old Decapodian saying, it's easier to spot a dead fish rotting in the sun than drifting on the tide.
Yes, everyone knows that expression. Probably.
Amy, I'm back! Did you miss me?
I wouldn't say Miss Zoidberg.
Of course you wouldn't say Miss Zoidberg, you'd say Dr. Zoidberg. I've still got my comedy chops.
Okay, do some tasks. Zoidberg wants to spin an 8-hour task. Checking his own pulse. And Amy's gonna cover her nose. After all of that,
Hermes, look who's back! It's your old chum, Zoidberg.
How is that good news?
I wish you were chum, you slobbering bait bucket. Get away from me! Slobbering bait bucket, that's a good one. How do you keep coming up with the zingers? The usual way, large vocabulary and seething hatred.
Getting reacquainted with all of the staff that hate you.
Don't have.
The hypno waves are creating a heat wave on Decapod 10. All the water on the planet has evaporated.
Should we be worried? Because if you look at my expression, you'll see I already am.
Yes, we'll need to take precautions to avoid overheating. I, for one, shall remove all my clothing before venturing onto the surface. Yes.
You may not be able to tell it from my expression, but now I'm even more worried.
And that's where we get the Nude Professor outfit. You will need 150,000 Nixonbucks, 12 beach towels, which will be a drop from the third map, looks like, overexposed. You will need 12 baby powder, which we can get from Leg Mutant and Fry. 12 sunglasses, which drop from Central Bureaucracy and Hack and Jack's Fine Smokables. And 12 suntan lotion from La Barbara and Amy. So they have all got stuff to do for the night. 150k is pretty big. For those keeping track, green 150k for the Professor, and then all the new buildings. We had the apartments, I think red, let's see, the new New York Recreation Center is required for Zoidberg's other thing, and I'm not sure which one of these is going to be required for Elzar, but it would be pretty good to know, because between that building and everything else, you end up spending about 1 million Nixonbucks combined on all the things. That's a lot. I could unlock him for pizza right now, but without the Nixonbucks, it costs 4,373 pizza, and we are again hitting a spot where I'm just like, geez, this is such a slog that I am not prepared for, so I'm at least gonna take a break for the moment, and then maybe go back to just grinding cash for, one, upgrading my characters. I don't know how many peta chips I got. I would like to get at least one of those scientists up to 99, maybe get HG Blob up to 80. That's gonna be my goal for doing stuff in the morning while that's still there, so that's actually gonna be in here in a bit. We'll see, just stating my goals. And then also collecting money for this and at least one or two of the buildings, so whew, there is a grind ahead, folks. Oh, good morning, everybody. It's actually not morning. It is something like not quite 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I've got about 2 hours left to basically do the rest of the stuff that I want to do while I have access to the Cash Planet, Daily Planet Cash mission. Just to show the progress that I've made this morning while I was off camera, a little bit last night, a little bit this morning. I predominantly have been grinding Horrible Gelatinous Blob up to 80. I can now take him on level 80 paths if I want to. Him combined with Amy at 81 and Robot Santa at 81, and of course our good friend Laura at 99 should make a pretty formidable team. I'm only gonna have a level 60 for that 5th slot. That'll probably eventually be, I think, Cahill, probably level up to 99. But the main thing I wanted to show off, first off this morning, is that Nude Professor, I have enough cash right now to just buy the cash part. And last night it was like over 4,000 something pizza to rush him out. But if you have the cash, it's only like 1786. And I know that that is a lot of pizza still, but for the purposes of rushing through and showing stuff, I don't find that quite as nuts to go through. I do also want to do the other thing that I leveled up, is that here in Overexposed, I did put Zoidberg up to 47, which is the highest gate so far that I've seen him need. He may need a 50 gate at some point, but I think 47 is a pretty safe spot, and that's not even for a couple of maps. So I figured I would at least go check out Decapod and farm up a few of his drops that he's needed. There's a 41 and a 37 and even a 43 gate on this very... What is this a picture of? I can't tell. But it's a little disturbing, whatever it is. This is a very organic thing. Interestingly, there seems to be a path where you can skip the boxes, although I don't know why you would other than for completion, but you can actually get 1, 2, 3, 4, still just 4? Man, that's a lot of work for 4 boxes. Well, let's go do a bunch of work. I've taken a wrong turn. I've gone down the non-Zoidberg path. Learn from me, be very careful when selecting your paths, because it's a little jumbled there on those crossroads.
I'm too depressed.
So yeah, mostly these are just really long paths. Well, we got 1 beach towel. What a mess. I did luck out and get 1 of the suntan lotions earlier. My first drop actually dropped one, my very first one, but I haven't had one since then, and it's only a 2-hour grind, but you need 12 of these things. 1. Still a lot cheaper to rush these. Okay, there we go. That's 12. That was not as expensive or as rare as the half-eaten burgers for Zoidberg. I still don't know that I would recommend... I don't think I'd recommend rushing it out unless you just already are the sort of person who's going to do that, in which case my advice doesn't matter. Hack and Jack's Focables? These do not seem as rare as some of their counterparts. Alright, that's all the sunglasses. That will still take a little while because most of those buildings have a 6-hour cooldown, and it dropped maybe like half the time, I think. Give or take, maybe a little less than that. And the drops on the talcum powder or whatever that is seem about on par. And I'm not gonna run this map a bunch. I'm just not gonna do it. I'll do it later. Because I don't have time, and I'd rather spend that time grinding for cash.
Hey, sailing
Guys,
unit.
get out of the way. I'm trying to look at this thing. It's still $275 to rush the rest, and it would absolutely be cheaper to spend that on fuel, running that map over and over again and getting chips, but I just don't feel like it, to be completely honest. So, Professor!
Good news, everyone.
I'm a grower and a shower.
I like that these pixels are just spinning. Like, I know they're trying to simulate just the, like, the noise that happens when you have one of those filters, but it looks like he's just wearing 2 square, like, discs on his crotch and is going... That... Alright. Professor, what are you doing all nakedy?
What does it look like? I'm expressing myself.
I didn't know self-expression had so many moles.
Those aren't moles, they're beauty marks.
You might want to have an oncologist gaze upon your beauty. Alright. What's next?
Professor, it's kind of hard for me to concentrate with you not wearing any clothes.
Perhaps you're just concentrating on the wrong things. Eyes are up here.
I'm concentrating on saving the universe. What are you concentrating on?
Giving into my primitive urges, one but only one of which is to save the universe.
Alright, Nude Professor, frolic with abandon, which requires him to be level 5. It's the spinning. I cannot handle the spinning. Let's put some meat on his bones here. And do I have enough to... Well, I don't need to upgrade you yet. I'd like to, because I do need to eventually do that. But I don't have enough 2-star badges. It's fine.
I'm gonna Decapod 10 to locate the last artifact, then the hypno waves will disappear and the universe will be saved.
Oh, okay, let's progress in the plot, yes. What are you gonna do first once everything gets back to normal?
Now that I can do.
Eat a whole pig. You got your bucket list, I got mine.
Alright, complete a mission. Yes. Let's do map 4, for which you have to bring Fry. Let's just bring Zoidberg for now. And let's bring Devilish Fry, just to see. That definitely counts. I should bring regular Fry. Just in case he's required for like a thing. So you will need to have Nude Professor up to 39 and 43 to 100% this map, which they've really made some disgusting lines here in the Decapodian maps. I'm just gonna take the basic one. Just gonna rush on through it because I don't have the resources and I'm not spending the time to upgrade the Professor yet. Let's see if he poisons us.
Zoidberg, do not punish.
Whatever.
Oh, he poisoned himself, but no one else. So that
How about I just lie down?
that penalty is a chance on everybody. You roll the dice for each individual character. It doesn't just blanket hit everybody.
Mission over.
That's interesting. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. It might make it better. Oh, we don't even get a text for that. That's just bad. Okay. We get some cash. Just some cash, but I'll take cash. Cash is nice.
We weren't able to find the artifact.
Screwed again, my friend.
No need to worry, friend. Decapod 10 is a big place with lots of dumpsters. I'll eat my way through every single one until we find that artifact.
I'd be more confident if it felt more like work for you.
Professor? Sweet baboon of Cancun! Do you know how many HR violations are on display right now? And they're spinning.
For your information, Hermes, I'm going nude for the good of the universe.
Do you seriously believe that'll stand up in court?
It's not the only thing that'll stand up in court. Whoa!
Alright, have Nude Professor distract his co-workers. Already accomplished. That only takes about an hour. Oh, hey.
Task completed.
Thank you. Hey, we're almost done with this thing. Isn't that great? Yeah, I'm gonna save that other guy because I bet I'm gonna have to build something pretty soon. And we're ignoring the character-specific tasks and doing the important progression ones. Hermes is gonna give sexual harassment training. We're gonna rush it out for a little pizza. And the same thing for the Professor. That's only 2 pizza, what a bargain. Professor, I don't understand why you insist on going naked during our space missions.
As I mentioned previously, I'm trying to avoid overheating.
Is that true, or are you using that as an excuse to run around nude?
Why can't it be both? Porque no los dos?
Because God has given unto us his law, that we might not wallow in our shame. Duh. The morality in Futurama just really rockets back and forth between whether it's funnier for them to have no shame whatsoever, or for them to be, like, exceptionally pious. And whichever one you're expecting, they're gonna go for the other one.
Oh, hey, it's Elzar, everybody but other TV chef's favorite TV chef. You bet it is! Bam! That's exactly what I need in my life. The sweet sound of bam. The first bam's free. You want another one? You gotta pay me $50 or wait 4 hours.
Yikes! Okay, Elzar's fine cuisine is 165. I thought it was only 130. I was wrong, it is 165,000. I don't have it, so let's go run the other mission a few times while we've still got it. Well, there's still time. Actually, now's my chance to test out the new team and the hardest path in which I may die horribly. I call this team Beauty and the Beasts because there are 2 pretty girls and 3 giant horrible monsters. I think it'll work well. Maybe. How hard do they hit? Do I correctly get to go first? I do. If I can take out a front row guy, I've got one of them charmed already. That's huge.
Whatever.
They hit for about 2,000 on a 60. I think we got this, guys. We're gonna leave him charmed.
Kill you next.
I think we just put the 80 paths on the farm. Oh, and you kill yourself. Thanks, weird space worm. Yeah, I'm racist against weird space worms. I'm not afraid to talk about it on the internet. Let's check them out. How much money is in here? 25, 35. I mean, those are the same amounts you get on the 60 path. So other than that, I got 5 pizza for completing the map 100%. Yeah! I think that that's still just kind of like, you're better off farming 60 because it's faster and the chips are what you need more, and it's not worth spending more fuel unless you're going to get more boxes or nicer boxes. Now, the badge paths do have purple boxes that, from what I understand, have better drops. So I don't regret having the 80 character to push through, because that's still going to be really, really handy. How much cash do I have? 114? Gonna need at least one more run. Maybe 2. Hot diggity daffodil. Alright. Characters. Elzar and Elzar's Fine Cuisine. Actually, that's a great place to put it. Right in front of the Big Apple Bank on my mess of a seaside. Why wouldn't I put it there?
I can.
That's gonna take 12 hours to build, so I guess we'll sit here for 12 hours. What do you guys want to talk about for 12 hours? Politics? Religion? I'm just kidding, I don't want to talk about those either. You finished Elzar's Fine Cuisine and found Elzar! Bam. What do you need, Elzar? We're going to need 13 Spice Weasels, of course. Hit them with a Spice Weasel. That's a cargo drop on the tasting menu.
Don't get excited, kids.
We're gonna need some Neptunian slugs, which you collect from Limburger King. That's what I wanted to know. I knew there was gonna be another thing. Limburger King costs 135,000, and it is the only place that sells these slugs. Alright, we're gonna have to go run that map a few more times before it goes away. The Chef's Knife, from Rook Takes Pawn Shop, and the Amazonian Hut. So if you skipped that back during the other stuff, you're gonna need it again. That's great, that'll drop relatively soon.
Don't get excited, kids.
And our epic item is the Toque Blanche. It's a white toque, a white hat, the white chef's hat. I have one of those back there. I'm not gonna put it on, because it doesn't go well with these headphones. Is from Smitty, and again, La Barbara, who gets to call Barbados Slim. We're gonna send her off to do that.
All right, buddy.
And Smitty gets to do something. Smitty, you're useful. So that's cool. The biggest revelation there is that you need Limburger King, and so set aside some cash for that. Probably you're gonna be spending like a couple of weeks grinding through Zoidberg, grinding through the Professor, and I'm probably gonna spend like another week trying to get Elzar, at least. Maybe more, since he needs a baker's dozen of these Toque Blanche. I'm gonna run the Daily Planet a little bit more to make sure that I can get Limburger King down. And then that's basically going to be it for the government district. It sounds like they're not really sure for where the story seems to be that the artifact. Well, I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna spoil the ending past that on the thing, as much as I'm sure people might like to see it. But yeah, I've got still about an hour and a half left to grind money, and my goal for the rest of the time, other than getting Limburger King down, which is like the need to have just so that those drops start coming, is to just grind my characters up a little bit more with the cash that I have left. In an ideal world, I would put, I think, Robot Santa Claus up to 99. I don't think I've got the chips for it, and I don't think I've got time to grind enough money for it. It takes hours of grinding to get that stuff out. But that's basically it. This has been almost a good day of grinding, and you didn't watch most of the grinding. I know that I did most of it off camera, but it still cost me quite a lot of pizza to rush those things out. I hope that information is good and useful. But that's going to be it for me from this time. I'll just be here, grinding out these maps. Bye for now. See you next time we have an event start.